Okay, so what we've got left to do now is we need to shape down from this 15mm line to just around where we drilled our 2mm hole to give a bit of a cone shape towards the back of our lure. So to do that, I'm going to actually just use the vise to hold it in place. Now it may want to move, we'll worry about that if it happens. So to shape this down, I'm going to use a rasp. So we have rasps which are very rough. They take a lot of material off, they bite in very quickly. And we also have just a file which is going to be a lot finer for doing the job, and we'll finish the job off using sandpaper. So what I'm looking to do is I want around about a 75-degree angle. So I'm actually going to just start working down on here and rasping away as we go. So I'm going to pretty much start and do a flat line to get my angle to begin with. Alright, as we go through this, I may fast forward it if I can figure out how to do that, so you don't have to sit and watch me do this the whole way.
So once I get this down as far as I want, I'm going to then just loosen this, turn it 90 degrees, and do the same thing again. I do need to make sure that I don't squeeze too tightly down here, because it will split the wood where we've already drilled out the hole. So this is wanting to move now, so I'm just going to sit the file underneath there just to hold it up. And that's all it's doing is I push down, it'll stop it from sliding.
Doing at 90 degrees each time, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So as you can see, we're working our way down closer to here, so we're probably halfway down. We need to go at least that far again, so I'm going to just continue and we'll come back when I've got that done. So now I've managed to bring all my sides down. I'm going to smooth them. I'm going to go and take these corners off also to start to make it look a little rounder than what it is. Now if I use this very rough rasp, I will probably start to tear into this and ruin it, so I'm going to swap over and use the finer file for this job. So I want to go now on 45 to where I've been working, so that I can hopefully round these off a little. Now because I've already worked the other sides, this will come off quite quickly. So I will just continue this and we'll come back when we've got that looking better. Okay, so now we can see we've taken lots of edges off all the way around. So what we're looking to do now is finish this off to get a nice round finish. To do this, maybe holding it in your hand and slowly working your way around until all of the edges have disappeared. Now this will take time, and when we get it looking a little bit closer to where we need, we will change over from a file to sandpaper. And you can see already the edges starting to come off to give us a nice rounder shape. So we'll just keep going with that, and again I'll come back when we're closer to the product. So at this point we're trying to get it as smooth as we can, and it's starting to look reasonable. I've still got a few little grits here I need to work out, but it is coming down. Once I've got these worked out, we will have a look at using some sandpaper. Okay, so I've got some quite coarse paper, 150 grit, so I'm just holding that in my hand, and I'm just going to smooth and roll it around as I go, trying to smooth off as much as I can to make my lure as round as is possible and smooth, which means we'll be just about ready for the next step, which will be putting the hardware on. So I'll see you when we come back to looking at putting on the hardware.